Was Friday the biggest bull trap I've ever seen, and did I get caught in it? To be honest, I don't know. It's too early to tell, but on today's episode, there are some information I can share. Today is Monday, right? And the stock market was not that great. We had ARK down over 5%. We had some crazy growth stocks like Skills and Apps down double digits. Even Apple was down over almost 4% for the day. Are growth stocks over, and is it time to move to value stock? On today's episode, I'm going to share some of my thoughts, how I'm dealing with the stock market emotionally right now, and I'm also going to share some plans that might not work for me, but might work for you. If this is your first time here, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up and follow me on Twitch, where I live stream taking a look at stocks you want me to look at. So let's get started. So if you guys have been watching this channel, you guys know that in the past few days, I've done a few videos like this, and I do believe, and I'm doing that purposely, right? I do believe after we've seen certain down days and continue to see down days, emotions can change for an investor over time. Even a plan can change overnight. So that's why I do believe it's great for me to share this message, to just talk to the overall community and see what I'm doing. So maybe you guys can also share what you guys are doing with your portfolio. And one of my biggest things in this investing channel, or just in my overall investment thesis, is to have emotions removed out of the game. And to be honest, I do say I'm still emotionless, even though my portfolio is down another 4% for the day. I have no emotions, and I'm going to share some of my thoughts here. But just because I don't have emotions, that does not mean I don't adapt with the market. Some people might think saying emotionless means that you're just going to stick with your guns and you're not going to do anything when things shift. That's not what emotionless means. Emotionless means is when I'm making a decision to make some changes in my portfolio, or if I'm looking to do anything during crazy markets, I'm not using my emotions to make that decisions. I'm using just a clear mind and trying to look at the future to see if my decision is the right decision to make for me. And that's why I do believe some of the greatest investments ideas are thought about after the market closes. Because when the market is open, well, what are we seeing? We're just seeing that ticker red, going down, and we start to get emotion. So most of my plans of how I deal with my portfolio are actually thought about during the weekend or during after hours, because it's not something I can just go and jump in right away and execute. It gives me time to sleep on it. It gives me time to think about it. It gives me time to like double doubt myself, right? So right now, if you guys were worried about your portfolio during market hours, I wouldn't say now during after hours. Take a step back, look at your portfolio, write down some ideas, some plans that you might want to execute right now when you're not dealing with emotions. So to me, my portfolio is definitely taking a big hit, but like I mentioned, I'm still not I have no emotions in this game. And let me share some of the main reasons why. The first, and I think is super important, I am not leveraged at all. I have no one out there that's going to call me and tell me I have a margin call and I need to sell some of my stocks to give them their money back. That, I believe, a lot of young investors get hit with margins at the beginning. I'm not gonna lie, when I first started my investing life, I used to dabble a bit with margins, and there were some times when I got hit with some margin calls. But you live and you learn. The second thing, I invest knowing the money I put into the stock market it's not meant to go anywhere. For the next 5 years, this money is going to be there. It was not meant to be in my wallet. It's not meant to be in my bank account. It's not meant to be anywhere but in the stock market for the next 5, 6, 7, 8 years. So seeing days like today are pretty much noise. It doesn't affect me because I'm still fine with how I'm living my normal life. The third thing, I do not borrow conviction on stocks. And might be crazy, right? Because I know I have plenty of viewers that watch my channel. And having, when I say I don't borrow convictions on stocks, it doesn't mean I don't follow other investors, right? There are plenty of investors that I believe have great minds, and I follow them on Twitter. That's pretty much mainly where I follow them, or I follow them reading some of their articles, podcasts, and stuff like that. But just because an investor I personally follow likes a stock or buys a stock does not mean I am going to buy the stock. It just means, hey, this guy or this girl is really good at stock picking or doing that. So let me take a look at this stock I've never heard of before, and then I do my own research. I get my own bull thesis, or I do my own bear thesis and finally decide. Because buying a stock that someone else just mentions, I could borrow their stock pick, but I can't borrow their conviction. So when the stock price drops, I have no idea of what's happening. I don't know if I have a great company at all. But since I do my own due diligence, my own research, when stock prices like now happen, I know the positions I'm in are super amazing. I'm happy to own these companies. The only thing that has changed are the stock price and their valuations, and might be even giving me a nice buying opportunity. The final thing is having money on the sidelines. I have money on the sidelines to be able to put into the market if things get really, really bad, and I believe that there are crazy opportunities. At the moment, I am putting a little bit extra money here and there in the past few weeks. I actually put a little bit more today, but nowhere near to the extent of what's in the sidelines. And that's what I'm going to do. Unless I see some crazy correction, that money is going to be sitting in the sidelines. And like I mentioned, in my early investing careers, I've always said I was emotionless in the game, right? But when I first started off, I thought that was just so easy, especially when I first started off. Just how we're seeing now, it was a crazy bull market. So everything I was choosing, everything I was doing was an amazing pick. But then started to see some drawdowns, and I ended up finding out that I was just emotionless when I was seeing money going up. I wasn't emotionless when I was seeing my money going down. So that was a learning experience for me. I'm hoping some of you guys can share. Have you guys learned anything from stuff like that? Did you believe you were emotionless in this game before, and has that shifted as you're seeing the portfolio going down? And are you going to make any changes when you invest in the future? So now let me show my plans. And my plans has not changed at all, right? I do believe there are many things an investor can do right now. The first thing is do nothing. And that's pretty much what I'm doing. Even though I am selling some stocks and buying some other stocks, in reality, the stocks I'm selling are growth stocks, and I'm just buying other growth stocks. It's not like I'm selling growth stocks and buying value stocks, or buying oil stocks, or buying energy stocks. I'm just selling some growth stocks to overall buy the growth stocks I am highly convicted on. So pretty much I'm doing nothing. But if I wanted to do something, there are some other stuff I could have done. Maybe I could do a complete turnover. I can sell my growth stock and start buying some of these value stocks. But what if this rotation isn't real? What if it is real, and even with the rotation and these value stocks, these opening stocks do great? What if the growth stocks I have right now do better? And personally, I have higher conviction on my growth stocks than I do in some of these value stocks and some of these energy stocks. At the same time, I do have companies like Disney, like Berkshire, like Microsoft, like Google, like Facebook in my portfolio that are what many might not consider true growth, but might not be considered a true value. So those are actually helping out my portfolio a lot right now. Disney, for example, has been a beast for me right now. The third thing is do a mixture. Maybe not sell any of my growth stocks, but in the future, in the next few months, only buy kind of value stocks, only buy kind of energy stocks to kind of mix my portfolio. The only thing about doing that is one could be too late. Has the overall rotation already happened? Or is this as low as growth stocks gonna go? And is that as high as value stocks are gonna go? The end of the day is no one knows, and that's why I believe everybody should have their own investing style. Everybody should do their own research on their stocks and have their own conviction. So for me, my final thoughts is I don't believe there's a right answer. There's definitely no right answer in this investing game, especially if you're more of a long-term style investor. The only right answer I would say is have a plan. Just have a plan and think about it, sleep on it. Do a double take, maybe wait a day or two before executing that plan. Give yourself some time to think about it before moving forward. So let me know what you guys thought about today's episode. Like always, make sure to subscribe, make sure to hit the thumbs up, and follow me on Twitch. Take care, guys. Have a good night, and see you next time.